What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Star Ocean Anamnesis video. You guys know the deal. It is our weekly, well, it's usually weekly. I can't think the last time we didn't have some kind of thing come to the game on a Tuesday. But anyways, we have our Tuesday banners and events and yada yada yada. So, first of all, we are getting Leon, young Sophia, and Chisato on the campaign character draw, which is very cool. We'll obviously go over these units themselves. But before that, let's go over all the small stuff. So we're getting a Star Ocean 5 event returning, the Transmogrified Alma Descent. We are getting a Moment in History event, as well as the upper tiers for the Cave of Endurance. I actually saved from Monday my 3 tower attempts so I could do them immediately, and then when it resets, I can do the next 3. Obviously Chisato and Leon here, and then they just talk about the maintenance. So overall, this is a very short, or not short, but small kind of like Tuesday update. You know, nothing too big. You know, obviously we got the new event, and we got 3 brand new units, but these are just like story units. So once again, I, urge players to just kind of hold off, because these will probably be main banner units. They should actually already, well, when the update goes live, they should already, if you look at the, because I was actually made aware of this, that they already get put in the banner, like the daily discount banner where you can do your free single summons, right when these come around. So I know that official Edge and official Raimi, as well as Crow, were put in the general banner right away. So there is a chance that these could be 2. Obviously, you'll have to check the game to see once it actually goes live in about an hour or so. But it should be. So let's go over these stats real quick for these characters. I know it's probably kind of small for you guys, I would think. But that's all right. I'll be reading it to you anyway. So rush mode is Blood Skilla, or however you would say that. 30% HP recovery and plus 25% to attack and intellect. Damage dealt for the party for 20 seconds. Power attack is 3,500% for a 5-hit attack. Battle skills are Whirling Severance, Scattered Shot, Unholy Terror, and Ravenous Fiend. Let's look at the stats over here real quick. So obviously a sharpshooter. So most of the bulk of points are in obviously attack. Defense is okay, 1,500. You're going to be sticking back pretty far anyways, as a sharpshooter. Before we go into, what is her weapon? I would assume it would be this little, actually, I'm not even sure. Because we've got gauntlets, we've got a tome, and then we've got whatever these are. Are they like arrows? What do you fight with? You're an attacker. Okay. And you're an invoker, so okay, that makes sense. So your weapon is going to be, so the invoker will obviously get the book and the attacker will get the gauntlet. So whatever this thing is what young Sophia or youth Sophia should be getting. Okay. But let's go over the talents real quick. So Yearning 2 is damage dealt plus 40% and single target. Damage dealt plus 15% at long range. Talent number 2 is Earnest Love of Learning 2. 90% chance of surviving a lethal attack at 30% HP. And 15% chance of stun. I don't really care for that. Because I assume that means if you're at 30% HP, you won't get killed. Most likely from a lethal attack. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but I usually don't let my characters get that weak in a fight. So I think overall that talent wouldn't really do much for me if I did use Sophia, just because I'm so very careful about making sure everyone tries to stay at max HP at all times. Talent number 3 is Bridge Building 2, normal attack, AP recovery plus 100% at short range for the party. AP cost minus 15% for self. The AP cost I love, and normal attack, AP recovery plus 100%. That's really nice as well. So you get a nice little AP recovery boost there. And talent number 4 is very simple, obvious jealousy, attack plus 15%. So overall, a decent sharpshooter unit. Obviously, like I said, unless this is a character you really care for, I would just say kind of skip and wait. Enjoy technical playstyle with short range AP heal and long range powerful attack. So, yep, definitely your range character. If you need a good range character, I'd say, maybe try and go for her, but maybe just rely on the daily discounts to pull her. So yeah, let's move on to Chisato. Chisato is an attacker, obviously, from Star Ocean 2. A 5-star journalist attacker that can increase AP recovery and speed up rush gauge gain. So let's take a look. So rush mode is missile strike, damage dealt plus 60% for the party for 20 seconds. Power attack is times 3,500%. It's a 10-hit move. Battle skills are Roaring Cartwheel, Crescent Lotus, Palm of Lesser Destruction, and Rising Dragon. Stats are okay. 13,000 is kind of low. I don't want to say low for an attacker, but I'm used to, for Limit Break 10 having 15, 16,000 for an attacker, so I'm actually curious why Chisato is lower. 2350 attack, okay. As an attacker, I'd expect a bit more. Oh, wait, no. 2350 is good. No, yeah, that's fine. What am I talking about? For whatever reason, I was thinking it was 1350. And then defense is 1700, which is pretty decent. So that's not bad stats at all if you do manage to pull Chisato. But let's go over the talents real quick. Solid Journalism 2 nullifies paralysis for the party. For 120 seconds, that's actually really good, and attack plus 15% for party. So if you're someone who hasn't completed the Temple of Paralysis, Chisato is definitely a character you would want to bring with you, because that is a very nice thing to have for 120 seconds. Because you can beat most of those in much less than 120 seconds, so that's really good. Talent number 2 is Die Hard Reporting 2. Normal attack AP recovery plus 100% at 100% HP for the party. So kind of like how I was talking about with young Sophia. I do usually try to keep my party at 100% HP at all times if I can. That's why I usually, when I'm playing, I control my Young Precious as my main unit, because I like to actually be in control of the healer myself. Which kind of sucks sometimes, because it is fun to use the other characters, which I do switch around with my other teams. But overall, I normally control the healer to make sure I'm the one in control of keeping my characters alive. On the higher stages, usually for the 132, level 132 missions, anything up to that, I just let auto battle do it because my team can handle it no problem. But for the 170 missions for events, I have to control those myself. Or I'll be in a co-op mission, more or less. But let's move on. Talent number 3, Refined Self-Defense 2. AP cost minus 40% during 3 skill chain or more. That's pretty good. And talent number 4, Hope of Ned. I'm probably butchering that. Rush gauge slightly increases when using Rising Dragon for the whole party. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So Rising Dragon is definitely something you want to use to get this 4th talent to kind of proc. And last but not least, let's go over Leon. Also from Star Ocean 2. A genius ace invoker that uses the power of a tome to attack and boost the party's attack power. So attack buffer, very, very nice. Rush mode is Demon Gate, AP cost minus 40%, and symbol invoking time minus 25% for 20 seconds. Power intellect is times 3,500%, and it's a 15-hit attack, so it'll be very animated. Battle skills are Frigid Cirque Launch, Concentrate Arctic Impact, Shadow Flare, and Piercing Shadow Needles. Let's look at the stats real quick. 12,000 for an Invoker for HP. That's pretty normal. Intellect is 2,700. That's really good. And the defense is 1,300, which is decent. Talent number 1 is Part Remark 2, which is just a attack buff for the whole party of 30%. Talent number 2 is Little Genius of Liqueur 2. intellect plus 40% for the whole party, and an AP recovery speed plus 30% for long-range weapons. So I guess, because I don't like to run only long-range characters, because the whole issue with that is a lot of long-range characters need time to get their attacks off. So if you're running only invokers and only sharpshooters, sometimes, you know, you're left open to not being able to attack. But you could run Leon, you know, with another invoker, and then run your you could run Leon with like another invoker or maybe a sharpshooter on your team and get that buff. Talent number 3 is transient quick-wittedness. Shadow Flare gets a 150% damage buff for 8 seconds when using Frigid Cirque Launch. So you use Frigid Cirque Launch and then you use Shadow Flare in tandem. So you're basically comboing. Talent number 4 is Warts and All. Intellect plus 20% when using Piercing Shadow Needles for 8 seconds. So that's actually, you know, pretty normal. If you just use Battle Skill 4, you're just going to get that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I will not be summoning on this banner at all. I think I've got like 25,000 gems now, so that's 5 multis worth, so I will be saving for whatever actual event we get next. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything coming before summer that I want to pull for. I think the main thing I want to pull for when June, July comes around will be Summer Evelise, who is a really good sharpshooter. But other than that, I don't think there's anything coming before. Obviously, if the collab that's been rumored with Tails happens, and it happens on the global side too, I'll probably summon on that as well, on JP and global. But I'm assuming that would only be a JP thing, since Tales of the Rays is only a JP game. Not like that would really matter, because the global version could just get it later down the line, because Tales of the Rays collabed with Sword Art, and Sword Art has an English version, but they got the Japanese characters, so who knows? I guess we'll see. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think of these units. Are you going to be pulling for them? Let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.